Season 4 of Special Forces won't be airing until the end of September, but already we are hearing so much come out about behind the scenes insider filming details and what the cast dynamic was like. A lot of the announced cast has been gassing each other up in the comment sections. They're all BFFs over on their social media accounts, except for Cody, who has been noticeably absent from receiving cast love. Additionally, there's been some rumors that he didn't play well with others, which is really no surprise. Shawn Johnson and her husband Andrew East have a YouTube channel, and they actually shared a lot of details about what went into filming the show. And while this may not be bombshell tea for the masses, it is really interesting to see what Cody was willing to subject himself to for a paycheck. And of course, we need to keep in mind that this was filmed months ago at the beginning of the summer. So if there's any conversation about mending familial relationships, keep in mind that most of his family didn't even know he was going on this show until we all found out together last week. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. All right, so circling back for just a second to my last video, the cast of season 4 of Special Forces was announced last week. And those of us in the Sister Wives metaverse were like, say what? There are a lot of people on this cast that we cannot wait to watch Cody interact with. There's this podcaster named Brianna, I think she goes by Brianna Chicken Fry, and she has already let it be known via an Ask Me Anything over on her Instagram stories that she and Cody Brown didn't exactly get along. Now, someone she did get along with quite well, Judise, daughter of Real Housewives legend Teresa Judise, who is also appearing on this season, is chiming in with some of her thoughts on Cody Brown. People magazine is reporting Judise is shedding light on the dynamics of the Special Forces World Toughest Test cast. During the Friday, August 8th episode of her Casual Chaos podcast, Gia opened up about her time on the show, just 2 days after it was announced that she would be competing on season 4. Quote, "I can't even name one person that I really did not get along with on this cast," the Real Housewives of New Jersey star shared on the podcast. However, Gia added that there were, quote, "definitely some people that would get under your skin a little bit, and you guys will see that on the show." She appeared to be alluding to Sister Wives star Cody Brown, whose inclusion in the season 4 cast of Special Forces continues to spark conversation online, noting that, quote, "you guys have all been talking about him already," the Next Gen NYC star added, quote, "so I'm sure you could assume who it is." Speaking more about her experience, Gia said, quote, "the rest of the cast was really amazing. Everyone was so strong, so motivating, and I think we all motivated each other in some way. I would say we were a really strong team." Gia also raved about starring on the show opposite her mom. Quote, "it's not every day that you get to say that you have done some of the craziest tasks and challenges with your mom," she said. Quote, "this is definitely an experience that I will hold very close to my heart and remember forever that I was able to do this with her." Like I said at the beginning of this video, we see a lot of the cast interacting and gassing each other up in each other's comment sections on platforms like Instagram and TikTok. It seems like a lot of them forged a close bond from this experience. Except for, people notice, none of the season 4 cast was gassing Cody up on his announcement post on Instagram. Quite interesting. It would normally make me feel bad to see one cast member being othered or seemingly left out. I really hate when I see that happen. But Cody Brown is so insufferable. I'm sure it wasn't for lack of trying on the other cast members' part, but I fully believe he really is that hard to get along with. So then this video came up in my YouTube recommendations, and it's from season 4 cast members Shawn Johnson and Andrew East, who are one of the 2 sets of married couples competing on this season. We need to discuss some of what they had to say, because looking at it through the lens of Kody did this, it's really some tea for us in the Sister Wives metaverse.
And every single person we talked to that had done it said it was way, way harder than it even shows in the edits.
Yeah.
Like 10 times harder.
Crazy.
Which turned out to be correct.
But the cast is announced. The show
Yes.
will air in late September. I wanted to jump on though and talk about the reaction to the cast announcement.
Guys.
Because it was really fascinating to see how strong the opinions were.
Chill out.
No, I'm not here to tell people to chill out.
I am.
I'm here to tell you about how pleasantly surprised I was at how the whole experience went down as far as meeting other people.
I don't really know who this comment is directed at, but is anyone in a tizzy about this cast so much so that we need to be told to chill? I mean, I don't see any protests in the streets or anything, so I guess, I don't know, I'm not really appreciating that comment if I'm going to be totally honest. Also, are there other cast members that are kicking up as much of a buzz as Kody Brown seems to be? Shawn and her husband admit that they aren't really on the up and up when it comes to reality TV, and I am certainly no expert on all of the cast members competing this season, but it is a big deal that a member of one of the longest running reality shows is finally branching out after almost 20 seasons and mingling with other reality show stars, especially someone who we watched devolve into practically agoraphobia these last few years on his show. He blew up his entire family and now he's going to go play soldier in Morocco for 10 days. Wow. So if Shawn and Andrew are wondering why people are buzzing this much about Kody, that's why. Shawn and Andrew go on to give us a ton of behind the scenes info that, again, when I think of what this means in terms of Kody, I just have so many thoughts.
And one of my favorite things about this show when it started was they strip you down to nothing. You're wearing the same exact thing. You're not allowed makeup. You're not allowed anything that uniquely makes you your own. Like, you're stripped down to like just the bare minimum. And from there we got to actually know people for like who they are and not who the world has told, like, written headlines about.
So everyone does have only a preset list of things they could bring in, and it's really restricted. So you could bring toothpaste,
deodorant, a brush,
and it's like a list of 5 things, but no phones and no
Zero.
internet, no access to the outside world,
no books,
nothing.
no, like,
yeah.
nothing uniquely your own.
So literally what happens is you show up, and our first day there was meeting everyone. And then you go in blind to
You don't know drama, you don't know headlines.
You don't know like what they're posting on Instagram.
No.
And so you're just meeting them and having these first impressions, which, whether you're on the show or not, is such a rare experience to have in this day and age. You know what I'm saying? Because whenever we meet someone new at a business thing, it's like, oh, I wonder who they work for again. And then you kind of get the vibe of what they're about. This, it's just like, no, we're spending time together, and that's what I'm basing my judgment on you.
Things that shooketh me when thinking about Kody on Special Forces, dude was only able to bring 5 things that include a toothbrush, deodorant, and a hairbrush. I mean, it doesn't really matter what the other 2 things were, because years ago, Kody did a cameo showing off his hair care routine, and I definitely remember more than 5 products. I mean, what is Kody going to do about his hair? And then no phone or access to the outside world? What? How on earth did Robin greenlight this? Her tenders are going to think Kody abandoned them like he did the rest of his kids. And we see how Robin explains things. It's not accurate in the slightest. We all remember that Thanksgiving when she made it seem like the rest of the family just didn't give a shit about her kids. And it ended up making her kids feel really bad about themselves. How is she going to explain to her kids why their dad can't check in for a week or so? And I'm really curious, how is she going to make that Christine's fault? With no phone or internet, Kody is not going to be able to be in constant communication with the people Robin, who are there to tell him that he's so amazing and everything he does is so perfect. None of the people going on this show even know who Kody is, let alone think he's more special than they think they are. This is going to be a huge blow to Kody's ego, and that is going to make for fantastic television. And Kody himself has said that we will see him full on sobbing. But this part that Shawn and Andrew shared was really interesting to me. They revealed that the cast had to go through psychiatric evaluations. What?
So I want to preface all of this for you guys who, there are a lot of people who are like, I'm not watching the show because so-and-so's on it or whatever. I would challenge that, because the integrity of this show at its foundation, when it comes to the 4 Special Forces men who lead it, their intention is to better all of us. They know everyone's background. They know everyone's drama and headlines. And like, we had to go through psychiatric exams where they literally know every horrible thing you've ever done, like everything. And these 4 Special Forces, they want to find that, they want to exploit it, and they want to make you better because of it. So anybody that you're like, have reservations about, I really encourage you to watch, because that is pulled out, that is exposed, and then these men work to make everyone better.
So my big question is, are we going to see these Special Forces leaders get Kody to talk about how bad he's royally fucked up with his family and with his kids? The horrific thing about that is that we know this was filmed in the early summer, and Kody's kids have all been shocked Pikachus just like the rest of us when finding out that Kody even went on this show. So it's safe to say Kody didn't learn anything from this experience. But ooh boy, the tea is spilling. It is piping hot, and we still have over a month before this season even airs. Being that Seeking Sister Wife just announced a new season that will begin airing at the end of September 2, I think Sister Wife season 20 will come later in the fall, maybe even the winter. I could be totally wrong. Do not quote me on that. But you guys will have to let me know your thoughts on all this behind the scenes information that is coming out about season 4 of Special Forces. I am so excited to watch. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my second channel, Sarah Spills, and my podcast, Mostly Harmless. And check out our website, level42studios.com. Links for all of that will be in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, X, and TikTok at Reality Squad. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.